Did Zary score last night?
Very, very good. He's passed too.
Pay that man his money.
There it is. There you go.
What's the number you'd say no at? Let's say it's 6 to 8 years. How much is too much? Cap's going way up. That's where it gets tough. Easy to say pay the guy.
And like 6 years is different than 8 years.
Totally. And it's like, how many UFA years are you eating? Like I think everyone loves the player and wants him here long term. I don't think that's going to be a problem, but it's an interesting guy to try to assign a number to, right?
Well, he's already kind of your best player.
Best forward, probably most consistent forward. He's starting to look like a center.
How high do you got to go?
Well, I don't know.
6.5? Are we?
If it's in the sixes, I think I'm okay. Yeah.
I'm good at I'm fine.
If he's a center,
6.5.
And look, he's coming up on what? 13 months in this league. That's it. He came up in November last year.
He's a wee lad.
Like
that said,
barely got his feet set.
Oh, this is going to be deep.
Oh, pensive boo.
Analogy time.
Yeah.
Let's say you're stranded on a desert island, or you're somewhere. You've been away from civilization for a long time, and you're sustaining yourself on berries and
roots,
rainwater, and just whatever you can find.
Cabbage.
And then all of a sudden, some hamburger, some fast food falls out of the sky.
Yeah.
Like, this is the greatest
I've ever seen.
This is so good. I cannot believe how good this is.
God, I want a burger.
It's like, is it really that good, or is it because
you've been starved?
You've been starved and you have not been eating any kind of cuisine. So I wonder, when we say, "Oh, pay him seven, whatever," is he worth it, or have we just been eating berries in terms of prospects?
Hagel.
Okay, and I was just going to ask. Yeah, Hagel, good player.
Good player.
Brandon?
Yeah. Former Hawk.
He's the perfect example. If you put Zary in Tampa Bay with his skill set, with skilled players, he's going to have those kinds of numbers.
The other thing I was going to just ask before you said Hagel, which is interesting, was if he was a member of the Lightning, what number would they be trying to pay him? Because it's easy when you got $21 million cap space and you have no young forwards producing, or very few, and you're not in love with the old guys, and cap's not an issue. But what would a contender try to get a guy at? Or would they be so tight against the cap that they'd bridge him like the Flames did to Tkachuk when they were capped out, rather than lock him in on like an 8-year deal? And that's neither here nor there.
How many points did he have last year, Jack?
Zary or Hagel? Just putting Jack in.
What about a burger bet?
Jack, how many missed field goals?
6.5 too much, or is that too little?
If I know he's a center, I'm comfy doing that.
Well,
I'm good either way, probably. But again, maybe I'm on berries.
You always go the cap's going big, and then you make them. Well, he's not a center, so he's what?
No, I hope he is a center, and I think he kind of is. Like the way.
Well, if you play him at center, he's a center.
Right, but what you want him to do is play him at center. He's good, because Yegor Sharangovich played center, and it was passable,
well, listen,
but he's not a center.
Is it Zary or Zari?
Don't stop yourself. Just keep going.
If
you do that, you're the only one that would ever say anything to you.
To F up. I'm very detail oriented.
Zary, very Zary.
Now I forget. You're talking my ear off.
Very Zary.
If Zary's your number one centerman for this year and next, just hear me out. This year and next year, and all of a sudden, 3 years out, Samuel Honzik comes along, and I'll be damned, this guy is Anze Kopitar, or better, or whatever, and he needs to be our number one center, and Zary can play the wing and still get you 80 points. I don't care.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think there's that. Those are great problems to have.
Yeah, so
I'm not as stuck on
center
positional thing right now.
Put up points.
He's your best player. He's one of your top prospects.
The only reason I mentioned
not that deep in
there's just different rates. Like, remember when Brock Besser?
No, I know that there are, but for this team, I don't think you can be that picky. Well, is he a center? I don't know. Like, you're going to bridge him if you think he's a winger?
No. I just think if the agent knows and the team knows that this guy's absolutely a centerman, it's a larger price tag. And if there's some questions in there, it's a lower number. That's just the fact.
I would think if you're Connor,
but I'm with you. Like, you want to lock him up long term either way. It's just that if he's split in time, maybe it's $5 million, not $7.
On both sides of the.
Go ahead.
He's not arguing.
No,
he's with us.
You definitely want to lock this guy up.
Yeah, he's just saying it differently. He wants to agree with us and say, you two are brilliant, but he can't.
He can't do it.
So he's got to spin a yarn and then
He's
say,
got, but he's there.
You know what it reminds
Thanks,
me
buddy.
of? Because everyone loves sports to sport analogies. It's like, oh, well, the Jays should just lock up Vladdy. And it's like, oh, yeah, for sure they should.
yeah, they should.
But at 600 million, 500, 400, like the
Well, they
agent
can't
knows
get
the
anyone
closer he
else.
gets to free agency, the more money he's going to get. So,
Okay, so that's a big variance, 400 to 600 million. What would the
Right.
difference in this be year to year on an 8-year max 8-year deal?
8-8?
What's the cap?
Is
hit?
he 1-8?
if he's a really good centerman, like a number 2 centerman on a contender, I think he's probably 8-ish. And if he's a winger that can score 30 goals, you might be able to get him for 6-ish.
Are you going to know by
2
the
million.
time you need to sign him?
I'm not sure. You've got till the summer, so you might.
Probably not.
I think you would if you got another 50 games. Yeah. Maybe I'm
I
wrong.
feel like that's not enough runway.
Really?
To be,
If he's center ice for 60
you're going to be
games?
convinced I'm paying him 8 or I'm paying him 6. I know he's a winger. I know he's a
Wow.
center in the next 50 games.
I just think if you have 50 games of him at center ice, you at least understand if he's successful
Well,
at it or not, if
what
his
does
production
he
falls off or it's the exact same. If he can produce at the same rate and be a good centerman, because he's great defensively. Like for a young guy, he's really good and he doesn't surrender a lot of chances when he's on the ice.
So why are you shit talking?
I'm
Why do you
shit
hate
talking.
Connor Zary?
Exactly.
Why
This
can't
is,
you
this
just
is
call
the
him-
show in a nutshell.
Why can't you just
I
call
try
him
to
a-
explain a tiny bit of nuance about a contract negotiation. I get clubbed for hating a guy.
Well,
Right.
you've done so many.
No, I don't
Why
disagree.
do you-
Obviously, it's clear, right? Centers, that's the way
Centers
it's going
worth
to be.
more.
But I just think where this team is at right now, for that, I don't know that.
And what does he want to be?
Yeah, I think he
All right.
wants to be center.
There you
Talks about
go.
it,
Then
yeah.
he's our center.
And the way he's honestly like
Who the
progressed,
Fuck,
it's
so
just
good that you got to put them at center above him.
they have no one else in the
There
system
you
that's
go.
center either. Like he's probably center out of necessity.
What are we arguing?
I just pay him. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, the
and,
man.
so, and so this is where I say, of course you pay him.
It's a
What do you-
bad
what do you
spot to
pay
be
him?
in
What
for
do you pay him?
sure.
What do you pay him? That's the question. Because everyone loves the
Who are
player.
the
who wants to play.
comparables, Jack?
These are the easy ones to say for us because it's like give him 8. I don't care if he's going to be an 80, 90 point guy in 5 years.
Totally.
8 million's not going to be.
So there's some thought the cap will be $20 million higher when you get to 26, 27. And so essentially, if you wanted to give a guy $8 million now, that's less than 10% of the cap. By the time he's in year 2 of this contract,
And I think
you're down to
8
like
is-
8%, 7% of the cap. Like if you're going 8 years, everything's going to turn into a deal. Remember before COVID and the cap being flat, you'd overpay guys, and by the midway point of the deal, it's like, it doesn't matter. The cap's gone off so much, it's fine. That's the space we're getting back into here.
Is the fear of him playing too well? You know what I mean? Like, sign him now? Can you sign him now?
No, he's got. Well, maybe you can. Is it his last year right now? It's a good question.
See, and now not to be the devil's advocate necessarily, but there is a ceiling to it.
Oh,
He's a very good
He's
player,
not a $10 million player,
but
We
he's
know
not.
that, yeah.
This is not a guy. I don't
what do
think
you
it's going to.
project him out being points wise?
I think he's a 65 to 80 point guy.
I was going to say
Yeah.
probably
I
best
think it's
case you're
80.
You're a little over.
And
A point a
depending on
game.
who he's playing with,
For
like
sure.
Brandon Hagel
Sure,
is
yeah, I
not
mean-
getting as many points playing in Anaheim as he is
Chicago,
in,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So
For sure. But just to get away from all the like, we love this player. He's tenacious. He's fearless. He can attack defenders one-on-one. He's got incredible hands, great release. It's the exact type of player they've been missing for so long, right?
Yep.
And if he's a center, oh my God, because they got nothing in the system for centers. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out more of our content right here on the Flames Nation YouTube page. We had a bunch of great long-form interviews. You can check out some videos we've done as well outside of the studio. And of course, if you want more writing or merchandise stuff, flamesnation.ca or nationgear.ca. Appreciate you watching.